Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Monday. Today I'm coming at you with another Q&A video, so let's get started. And I have to say, I have to apologize for the hair. It is hotter than biscuits and there was just no way this was gonna look cute. So it is what it is. Let's get started with the very first question. Melissa Ramirez, what is your thoughts on buying designer handbags at the outlets? For example, Prada, Gucci, Burberry. Personally, I have bought Prada and Gucci at outlets. And to be honest, even though I have purchased them at the store and at the outlet store, I feel that they're not the same quality. I honestly do think that. I read somewhere that sometimes designers will specifically make items for the outlets. Case in point, I know Coach does that. And that just, I don't know, that's not right. I wish you could really feel for the brand if you got, I mean, no matter where you got it. But at the same time, when we're talking about Prada, you can get a Prada wallet or a Prada bag for like $700 versus paying $1,400. So the price reflects, I think, what you're getting. And even though I haven't had the best experience with either Gucci or Prada, part of me just thinks that, but I think it's fine. I think if you want to get the brand, if you like the brand and you can get it at a better price, why not? I mean, I'm all for saving money on any kind of luxury goods, but at the same time, as I said before, I don't feel that they use the same materials that they do at their regular stores. So, who knows? Some people say that they do that, and some people say that they don't. I have no idea, but I think it's, yeah, go for it. Why not? If you can get it, as I said before, at a better deal, heck yes. Okay, so Lakin Guider, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I'm curious about your thoughts on purse organizers or shape. I am finding that the bottom of my Neverfull MM does tend to sag when it's filled, which doesn't bother me too much, but I'm afraid it might start to strain the canvas. I personally don't like purse organizers whatsoever. I know that a lot of people like them because it's a lot easier to find your items in the bag, especially if you have a bag kind of like a Speedy. It's just an open compartment and things tend to get jumbled in there. So if you have a purse organizer, it makes life way easier, but not for me. I just like I like the original design of the bag. Now, as far as the canvas straining on your Neverfull, I think you'll be fine. There is actually, I think it was a video that I saw. I can't remember the exact weight, so I apologize, but I think it was maybe 225 pounds or 200 pounds that someone was putting into the Neverfull to see how much weight you could put in there before the straps actually started to snap. And I think it was like 220 pounds or 200 pounds, something like that. It was crazy. So as far as straining the canvas, I think you'll be fine. It's the design of the bag, so I don't think you'll hurt the bag at all whatsoever. Especially because I'm the same way with mine. I don't have a purse organizer in any of mine, as I said before, and I mean, I load that baby up, and sometimes it's like, oh my God, my arm is going to fall off, but still, it's fine, so you'll be good. Hello Kitty 0518. Do you think the Cluny bag is too dressy? And I believe that's how you pronounce it. The Cluny bag is, well, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly, is from Louis Vuitton, and it retails for $28.70 here in the States. It is made out of epi leather, and it comes with a shoulder strap. It has a beautiful silhouette. I don't think it's too dressy. Actually, you know what? I think it has a vintage look to it. So I would have to say it is a little, I don't think it's too dressy. I think it's dressy. I think it's a beautiful bag. I just wish it didn't come with the shoulder strap. I know the shoulder strap thing. And you know what? You guys want to know my beef with the shoulder strap? Here it is. It's the fact that I like bags as they are. I like hobos as they are, shoulder bag, and hand carry bags, the way that their silhouettes are meant to be. What I don't like is that the ones that come with the shoulder straps, I don't like the fact that I have to pay for something I'm not going to use. I know that for a fact I won't use it. So sometimes I wish it came with the option to purchase the shoulder strap versus it being already in the price. And I know that's the vision of the bag. I totally understand that, but like I said, I just wish for me it was an option. You know, like let's say you bought the Cluny bag and it's $28.70 with the strap. What if you didn't want the strap and you like the way that it comes by itself, and instead you want to pay $2,500? You know, so I don't know. It just makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to everyone else, but that's just my love-hate relationship with shoulder strap prices, and especially because shoulder straps 99% of the time are made out of leather, so of course they're going to charge you the price of the leather. So I don't know. Does that make sense? That's just me. Laura Greenfield, what are your thoughts on the Van Cleef & Arpels Alhambra pendants? I absolutely love Alhambra pendants. I like Van Cleef & Arpels very much so. And most importantly, what I like about the pendant, whether you get the simple ones, I think it's called True Love, or what is it called? Oh, I can't remember. I was actually looking at them yesterday. They're very dainty. They're extremely classy. And in this case, less is more, in my opinion. And I know I'm the queen of gaudy when it comes to fashion jewelry, but when it comes to fine jewelry, I feel that less is more. And I love the look of the Alhambra pendants. They're beautiful Alhambra pendants. That's a hard word to say. Very, very gorgeous. And I think you said that you were looking at getting one in white gold with mother of pearl, and whew, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I say go for it. Okay, Sarah Dobkin, what do you think about Longchamp totes? All right, so here I think I am the only person on the entire planet that does not like Longchamp totes. I don't like the fact that they have absolutely no structure. I know a lot of people use them for when the weather is very unpredictable, when it's raining. A lot of people tend to use those. I don't like them whatsoever. I have never found them to be appealing to me anyways, but I can appreciate the brand. I can appreciate the fact that people love this particular brand because it's very carefree. But in my opinion, no, definitely not for me. I don't like the fact that it has no shape whatsoever, and I don't like the colors. No, I'm not a big fan of it. Like I said, I think I'm literally the only person on the entire planet that doesn't like them, but to each their own. Shanta 9. Do you think you will always go for Chanel handbags in leather? Do you think other textures and textiles are worth it, like velvet or tweed? As much as I can appreciate the Chanel tweed and the velvet, no, absolutely not. I think I will always go for leather because of their price tag. Case in point, Louis Vuitton. You guys know that I am not a big fan of paying anywhere near $2,000 for canvas, because the bag is just that canvas with leather trimming, or with leather trimmings. I shouldn't say air quotes because it is leather. Leather trimmings. And for me, Chanel, if you get away from the tweed and if you get away from the leather and you go with tweed or the jersey fabric or stuff like that, and it still has these ginormous price tags, for me, it's not worth it. I'd rather have an all leather bag with that kind of price tag. And I know still you're paying for the brand, but for the most part, they are all leather bags. So I unfortunately don't, I foresee myself always purchasing leather handbags from Chanel. Okay, Chrissy 84. Where do you sell items besides Instagram? And I got quite a few questions on this. I'm pretty much what you can call a freelance seller. I have been buying and selling for 3 years, like I told you guys last week, and I just have private collectors that buy and sell their own items. And without going into too much detail on it, it's something that I'm able to do pretty much full time. I was able to leave my previous job and do this full time. I enjoy this a lot more, and it still gets the same, I still have the same amount of income coming in. And from time to time, some of the items, as I said before, some of the items that, like the SLGs in particular, that some of these private collectors end up parting with, I will put on Instagram. I've actually purchased from them quite a bit, and I've also resold those. So it's pretty much just this, I guess you can say, this little black book of clients that I have with a circle of buying and selling, if that makes any sense. But what I do want to do, I would love, I'm in the process of starting a website myself to be able to sell high-end luxury goods. So that way I'm able to help fellow Instagrammers, and I'm able to help some of you guys sell your goodies if you want to, while being able to stay in the same community. So I would like to be able to do that. That is my goal within the next year or two. Okay, John Lover. Does your husband collect any belts or anything? No, he does not. My hubby, we are extremely opposite. He definitely, what's the word? He helps me out with luxury goods as far as, should I get this? Should I not? He provides support for me as far as if I'm crazy about an item or whatnot. But as far as him collecting luxury goods and stuff like that, not at all. He has a very extensive collection of colognes, but other than that, he has his own thing that he absolutely loves. He is very, I guess he's like I don't know, he's... I guess the best way that I can describe it, I don't know if it's going to make sense, he's a manly man. Like, he likes, I don't know, there's so many different things that he likes that have nothing to do with the luxury world. And I think it works because we're so opposite that, can you imagine if we both liked the same things? My goodness, we'd be broke. We'd have no money. But he likes his own things, and sometimes I try to pressure him into getting a wallet or getting a belt or shoes or something like that, and no. I come up empty-handed every single time. Okay, Sabrina Cara. I am an addict and user of Louis Vuitton vernis and recently Empreinte, which I am also loving. I have been seeing a lot of mini pochettes, but don't like the typical LV standard print. Do you know if they will ever be in vernis or Empreinte? Let me tell you what, Sabrina, I hope to God that someone in the Louis Vuitton world hears this, because that would be fantastic. I am giddy just here, like, listening to or reading this question, because can you imagine if they made mini pochettes? Especially, I'm not too crazy about the vernis, but can you imagine if they made it in Empreinte? I would probably buy every single one of them. Can you imagine how wonderful those pieces would be? Someone out in Louis Vuitton, please hear us out, because we need this in our lives. Even though I like vernis, but I think it would look better in Empreinte, definitely. But I don't know. I wish I knew someone in Louis Vuitton and I said, hey, can you make this? Because I think it would sell. It would sell. Lori, what do you think about the Prada double bag? It's very expensive, so I'm hesitating because a lot of people say Prada's quality has gone down. Okay, so I used to love the Prada double bag. I still think it has a very nice, a nice silhouette to it. And I especially like the red interior that it has. It's just a beautiful bag. However, I would have to agree with you. Definitely, Prada's quality has gone down, in my opinion. Like I said before, I have 2 pieces from Prada, and I actually made a wear and tear video on it. And both pieces aren't even a year old, and they're already starting to show wear. And they're wallets that I have. And I can't even imagine if I had a bag how much wear and tear I would get with it. So, I mean, it's so sad to say, because you're right. It is very, very expensive. And the quality, just for me, is not there. I hear more cons about Prada than I do positive. And for people out there that have their pieces that look pristine, I mean, good for you. I'm happy for you that nothing's happened to it. But for the most part, I have read so many threads on the purse forum. I have heard so many people complain about the quality that's just not there. And it's such a shame, because as I said before, it is a beautiful bag, and I would have gotten it in a heartbeat had I not had those problems with the pieces that I currently have. But it is pretty. Snitches 16. Would you ever sell your Neverfull MM with a beige interior for a Neverfull with a colored interior like the Rose Ballerine? As much as I absolutely love the Rose Ballerine, I don't think I could ever sell my Neverfull to purchase I can never sell my original beige interior Neverfull to get the rose ballerine interior Neverfull. I mean, I love the contrast between the two, the chocolate brown, or you have the brown and then you have the pink interior, but I don't know, that maybe it's because that bag has a little bit more sentimental value to me. They don't make it like that anymore. It doesn't, now they come with the Pochette. Mine's just the original, the way that it normally came when it first came out, and I just absolutely love that fact of it. I like that feature of it. But no, I don't think I would, but you never know. You never know. What if I one of these days end up deciding to get rid of it? But I don't think I'd purchase it for another Neverfull. No. Becca Purple, I would like to know, what shelves are you using? The shelves that you see behind me, actually my hubby bought them for me a few years ago. The reason why you guys never saw them is because, especially these ones with the dark back, is because they were on this side of my room. I've had them for quite a few years. Like I said, I don't remember exactly where he purchased them, but I actually should. These three are the same, and then the one right behind me is different. And actually, sometimes I've thought about moving it around so that all of the same ones are together, but I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I just prefer to have their bookcases. That much I do know. Their bookcases, because I like the fact that I can change the height that I need for the shelves. Because there's a few other bookcases that you can get out there, especially if there's some from IKEA that a lot of people here on YouTube have. The reason why I'm not too crazy about them is because they're a little too narrow, and sometimes you'd have to put the bag sideways, and some of the bag might be hanging off of the shelf, if that makes any sense. So I like the fact that these are pretty much flat. My bags are just sitting. There's no part of the bag that's kind of out in the open. But yeah, they're just bookcases. I will have to find out where he purchased them from, and I will try to put the answer or the description on the box below, so that if you're wondering, I'm pretty sure he got them at Target. I think they were like super cheap, but I don't remember. I think he got them there. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I'll have to ask him. Okay, Aldana Kalan, I'm so sorry. What are your thoughts on the Birkin and the Kelly? Would you ever consider buying one? I've had this question asked quite a bit. Of course, my camera would die as I'm about to answer a question. Okay, so as far as the Birkin goes, I've actually had this question asked quite a bit, and right now I don't foresee myself purchasing a Birkin anytime soon. The Kelly, on the other hand, I do really like. Actually, with both bags, they're very simple. They're very classy. There's just something about the Kelly that I like a little bit better. I don't know, maybe it's because it reminds me of vintage Hollywood, but I like the Kelly. Do I consider buying one as of right now? I don't, but if I was to get one, it would probably be the Kelly. H. Hubbard, just saw some sneak peeks of the new Demi bags. Do you think they are too trendy to invest in, or do you see the Demi bags moving in this direction? And this is in reference to, there was just some newly released bags for Louis Vuitton as of this past Friday, and one of them's a tote, one of them's a hobo. And what they did is that if you were to look them up, I think it's pronounced Kaisis, I don't remember. I'll put that down below as well. Actually, I'll put the links straight through so you guys can see what I'm talking about. They came out with these two new bags, and what they did is they are Demi and they have, instead of the Demi being this way where you can see that all the little squares are, you know, just in their normal upright position, they actually did it so that the squares are vertically on the bag. And excuse me. And I like some of the SLGs that they came out with. It came out with two particular SLGs. But as far as the bags go, the way that I see it, I'm going to go on record and say it. If it's not broken, don't fix it. I love the look of Demi. I like the fact that it is the original print that Louis Vuitton created. I think it's such a beautiful print, and the fact that they're trying to revamp it and kind of reintroduce it, I feel that they're trying a little too hard with the bags. The SLGs, not so much because it's a smaller piece, but the bags are just not attractive whatsoever. At first, I thought I was head over heels for the hobo, but it just, no, leave it alone. Leave the print alone. And I know they have done multiple things on the monogram. I know they came out with the Takashi Murakami line back in the day with Marc Jacobs. You know, they had the colored LVs, but they never spun them on their side. They never did anything like that. I just feel like it's, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I feel like they're trying way too hard to reintroduce a print that has been around for a very long time. Maybe it's because I'm a diehard fan of Demi and I just want them to leave it alone. Maybe that's why I feel the way that I feel. But it's just don't touch it. I'm not a fan on it. Hopefully that is not the new direction that Demi takes. And part of me thinks that it is. It's what's trendy. What's in now for Demi at Louis Vuitton. So I personally don't think it's worth the investment for the bags. The SLGs, that's a whole different story. Especially the little card case that came out. It is to die for. It has the same vertical features, but it's not as in your face. You know what I mean? But like I said, check them out. Check out the link that I'll put down below and tell me what you guys think. Maybe it's just my crazy random thoughts that think that. I don't know. Okay, Audrey Chang. The past 2 months, I bought 2 caviar walks and a lamb mini flap. I had to return them all because of defects. Have you found that with Chanel quality? I'm not looking to buy Chanel now, and I'm looking into Saint Laurent wallet on chain for $12.50. What do you think of the bag? The Saint Laurent wallet on chain retails for $12.50. I actually do like that bag a lot. I like the structure of it. And the only thing is I've heard some people say that their quality isn't as great either. And with that price tag, it's another thing. Like I said before, I've said it before in a few other videos. It's a shame that a lot of these designers have these problems. They have these issues with quality control or with just the wear and tear of certain bags that you start to see the wear and tear right away. And I think it's going to happen with any brand, to be honest. I wish there was a brand that you can say nothing will absolutely happen to it. But I've even heard people that own Hermes's that say the same thing, that, you know, this and this happened and they had to take it in for repair for that. So I think it's going to happen all together. I think it's just, it's disconcerting, and it really... it turns you off from a certain brand because these things tend to happen. But I mean, you can always try out the Saint Laurent bag. Like I said before, some people love it. Some people say that it wears terribly. And for that price tag, I mean, you're just going to have to try it out and see how it ends up working for you. You know, you'll go through... some of my girlfriends have gone through 6 different classic flaps, and then on the 7th one they start having issues with it. So it's all a matter of what you get, unfortunately. And I think that's the reason why they have these spas that you can take these purses in to get them refurbished or get them repaired, because they know that it's going to happen. Because if it didn't happen, then they wouldn't offer these services. So unfortunately, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I think it's a nice bag. I think it has a pretty good price tag, but like I said, you never know what you're going to get. Okay. And then the very last question that I have, I apologize if this is a little shorter than most, is from CC Melz. What do you think, what do you want to be when you grow up? That's very simple. I want to be a mom. Simple as that. I would love to be a mom. But yeah, so that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I got a little tongue-tied, a whole lot of tongue-tied there a few times, but maybe it's the heat. I don't know. Ugh. But I just can't wait to go somewhere where it's cooler, because this room isn't always the coolest. But anyways, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for all the wonderful questions. I had to answer a few online, so if you did not hear your answers, if you did not hear your questions, please refer to the previous video. And if you would like to ask me anything, I mean, you could always ask me anything for next week's Q&A, and you can let me know on Instagram through a direct message if I don't get to you sooner, if you need to know right away. But anyways, that's it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And I actually have a very fun and exciting lineup this week. Obviously, we just had Minks Monday. Tomorrow, I have how I pack my Le Boy bag, because I've had a few people. I'm actually transitioning from my GST to my boy bag. And I've had a few people ask me, you know, what I carry and how I go from one bag to that one. So that's for Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I have an exciting handbag files for Chanel history. A lot of you requested that video, and I have quite a few, I have quite a bit of research on it, so I might end up having to edit that video because I know I'm going to get tongue-tied on it. I just know it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day, you guys.